She worked recently so hard that it earned her a recognition from Tyson Foods as a hunger all-star in her fight against hunger.
This is where I live. Now, I always live in the house. I used to live in the streets, wondering where I'm going to lay my head next. My mother died when I was only 10 years old. And my father raised me. And he didn't know nothing about raising a little girl. And we slept 3 to a bed. No light, no gas, no water. We had to go next door to borrow water. As time went on, I came up at an age. I came to the house drunk, and my father told me, since you think you're grown, get your own. And he put me out at 15, and I was pregnant. So in order to get a place to lay my head, I just picked up any man that would take me home with them and just have somewhere to sleep. And that's how it began. I moved in projects in '89, and it was like, to me, living in projects like living in a castle. I had a room, I had hot water, I had lights, gas. That was all new to me, and I was so excited. That's when I started coming to the church. My daughter said, "Mom, there's a church around here." And I started coming to this church. I joined the church in '95.
But the church wasn't here when you first moved to the neighborhood.
No, it was a tavern.
This church was a disco in the neighborhood that you used to come to.
The Boom Boom Room.
Dancing,
drinking, partying. I joined this church, and the pastor started giving me the word, started telling me about my, the word tell you about yourself. And I came and I joined this church, and I came to love the people in the church, and then all of a sudden, Pantry popped up. And I started doing the pantry, and the pantry was more like a baby. I took this pantry as a baby. The pantry was not about me, it was about feeding the hunger. Because I realized everybody can't eat a nice dinner. And I remember when I was in the street, people come drink with me. So why not? He turned it around. So like the pantry became like a part of my life.
In 1994, we moved to this neighborhood, and I asked the Lord, what could I do to help the people and to draw people? And he said, a food pantry.
But Sister Valerie was tapped to be the coordinator pretty early on.
She's willing and able, and she gets the job done.
She's the reason why this pantry really began to grow like it has and has gotten to the point where it is. She has just been a wonderful coordinator.
What I've been through, I guess, you go to food pantry to get food, it just all came back.
Because you knew what it was like.
I knew what it was like to go without food. So when the pastor asked me to coordinate the pantry, I knew what I would expect if I come to your establishment. I know how I want to be treated. I mean, this one instance, I went to a food pantry on the west side of Chicago, and I didn't have I didn't have my medical card, I had a proper ID, and the lady told me, she looked me dead in my eye, and she said, "We cannot serve you." And she said, "We can't serve you because you don't live in our area." And that hurted me. And you're going to tell me you can't do nothing for me? That hurted me so bad. And then she was talking to me like I was the gum off her shoe.
How does it make you feel to know that you're helping people?
How it made me feel? It made me feel like that was me. That once was me. I had a baby in my stomach. And my oldest boy was looking for something to eat. And he found a chicken bowl in the garbage. No child should have to go to bed hungry. So that's why I feel about hunger the way I do. It's not about me. It's about feeding the people that's in need.
The Redeeming Grace Church also provides spiritual food to the hungry by holding weekly Bible studies. The pantry serves about 200 families per week.